everyone, and welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel if you're one of my 3 subscribers. And if you're not one of my 3 subscribers, consider becoming the 4th. So in today's video, we're going to be talking about the diets of 3 K-pop stars. And I just want to really quickly say, I'm not a registered dietitian, I'm not a registered weight loss coach, and I'm not a registered nutritionist. You should never take advice on dieting from people on the internet or from K-pop stars. So I also just want to say, I'm not doing Jimin from BTS's diet because, you know, the whole like, oh, I only ate 1 meal for 10 days thing, but it's also, I've heard that it's been like mistranslated, and so I don't want to be spreading, you know, false information on anybody's diet or anything, so that's why I'm not doing that. So the people's diets we're going to be going over are IU, Ailee, and Wendy from Red Velvet. So the K-pop industry, if you do not know, is very keen on looks. It's very keen on taking a bunch of people and putting them in a group together. This is not a natural forming group. This is you, and you together. So it's very much an industry. And with that, it is competitive over looks. So everybody wants to be the skinniest, they want to be the prettiest, they want to meet the beauty standards that that company has. And there are a lot of problems with that. We all know there are a lot of problems with that. So, but, you know, I feel bad for the people in this industry, if I'm quite honest. They have a history of passing out on stage. A lot of the dudes from BTS, I don't listen to K-pop, I don't know their names. I know Jimin, that's it. But I know they all have, well, not all of them, but a lot of them have a history of passing out on stage. So it's very telling of how they live their lives. Just know that I'm not doing this to be mean or to discredit anyone. They're very talented. All of the K-pop I've ever heard is super cool, and you know, I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings. It's just, with such a young audience, I feel as though they shouldn't be promoting such extreme diets, and you'll see what I mean when we get into the video. So don't follow their diets. If you love their music, listen to their music, that's great. Just understand they're not nutritionists either. All right, so let's get into the video. The first person that we're going to be talking about is IU. So I'm sure that most of you, if you're watching this video, have seen that her diet was trending for a long time, and people were doing the trying the IU diet on YouTube, and they were not having fun, and I'm sure she wasn't either. She lost 4 kilograms in 4 days, which is so unsafe. And here's how she did it. Just a reminder, don't do this, please. It's not gonna be fun. For breakfast, IU would have 1 apple. That's not breakfast, in my humble opinion. For lunch, she would have a sweet potato. Now, I don't know how big the sweet potato is, but I can't assume it was one of the like big ass sweet potatoes. But I mean, maybe it was. And then for dinner, she would have a protein-rich drink, which is, you know, I assume a protein shake. So that is lacking in so many nutrients, just so many. I don't know exactly if there's calcium or not, because I don't know what she puts in her protein shake. It could be, you know, a milk base, it could be a water base, it could be whey protein. I don't know, so I could not find that information. I did look, but I can't find it. So I mean, obviously this is just like not a great diet, you know. And I have to imagine she was not having a good time. But K-pop idols do stuff like this to stay in the limelight. And they do this stuff to not get dropped from their companies. And they do this to be the prettiest one. And it's really sad. And I feel bad that they have to do this in order to keep their status. The next person we're going to be talking about is Ailee, and when doing research for this video, I found out that she's from the US, which is like super cool. I didn't know there were K-pop stars from the US. What's not super cool, however, is her diet. So to start out, she lost 22 pounds in a month. And if you do not know, like if you haven't seen a picture of her before she lost weight, she was still little. She was not even a little bit chubby. she was referred to as chubby in a lot of the articles I saw, and then I looked at her and I was like, excuse me? No. Like, the girl was still small. She's not a girl, she's a woman. She was still small. Her diet was 500 calories or less per day, which is basically, it's fasting. It fits into the definition of fasting, which is actually, 500 calories per day or less. People think of fasting as no calories, but that fits the actual definition of fasting, which is concerning. Daily, she would have 1 banana, 1 small serving of chicken, 1 cup of broccoli, and veggies. It did not specify what kind of veggies or how much, but vegetables are very, very low calorie. So this is, it's not better than IU's diet, but what I do like a little bit better is there are at least some vegetables, She's having a protein, which, I'm a vegan, I don't love that it's coming from chicken, but whatever, you need to get in protein, especially with the amount of practicing that they're doing, like choreography and all this. You need protein to rebuild your muscle. So I'm glad that she's at least getting that. It's not enough food. There's no way her BMR is anywhere near that. So she's really, really undernourishing her body. And once again, that industry normalizes doing all of this and thus normalizes it to their young fan base, and I really don't like that. Next diet we're going to be talking about is the paper cup diet, which was popularized by the group 9 Muses in around 2013, according to the article that I read. So this diet became very, very popular in South Korea, and it became very popular with the pro-Ana community in the Western world, which I have a video talking about the pro-Ana community on Tumblr. If you would like to watch it, I'll link it in the cards, I guess. You had 3 meals per day consisting of 3 3-ounce cups, 1 filled with rice, 1 filled with fruit, and 1 filled with veggies or meat. So this is low calories. I read that the rice, that amount of rice is like 150 calories, and that's the most calorically dense food in this. Fruit has almost no calories, most of it at least, and veggies have very low calories, and it said a very lean protein. So a lean meat protein, I should say. It did not just say a lean protein. So, I mean, it's not enough food. I'm gonna keep repeating that. It's just not enough food. It's dangerous. It can lead to disordered eating habits, But when there's such strict sort of beauty standards in order to make your money, you're gonna do it. I would do it if that's how I had to get my money, if that's how I was paying my bills. I know that I'd be doing it, and as much as that sucks to say, I don't blame them. I do blame them somewhat for popularizing these diets, not just this group, but all celebrities basically who are popularizing these dangerous diets. So, you don't have to tell your fans about it. I understand why you're doing it. I feel bad for you. Don't tell your fans about it. So up next, we're going to be talking about Wendy from Red Velvet. So she worked really hard to lose this weight. She did a lot, and it's not safe. Obviously, said it before with all the other groups. I'll say it again. It's not safe. She over-exercised for sure. She did 2 hours of jumping rope per day and 2 hours of dance practice. That is so many calories, especially with the way K-pop groups do their choreography. It's a lot. So, I mean, she's over-exercising. That's a fact. Wendy lost 15 kilograms in 4 months, which is rapid weight loss from, again, somebody who was very small before. She didn't need to lose weight, but the industry says you gotta be super skinny. She was really skinny beforehand. She did not need to lose weight, obviously. But, I mean, the stigma placed onto a lot of Asian women is you have to be extremely skinny and petite and little. I'm not an Asian woman, so I cannot speak on, personal experience, but I have heard a lot of that it's damaging and that it's a stigma that needs to stop. So, obviously, I 100% agree. It's dangerous and it can lead to a lot of very bad things, as we all know. So for breakfast, Wendy would have an apple and some lettuce juice, which sounds nasty, I just have to say. Like, the only good part about eating lettuce is the crunch, and you're getting rid of that crunch. Now it's just juice. Ew. For lunch, she would have pumpkin juice, which sounds pretty good. I mean, it's not lunch, but it sounds good. She tried a lemon detox also, which, if you don't know my opinion on detoxes, you have an organ that already does that. You have your liver, which already detoxes your body. Anything that says detox should light up a red flag for you. So, you know, if a diet's like, oh, you're gonna detoxify yourself and you're gonna, you know, get rid of all your toxins and poisons and whatever stupid stuff they're advertising it as now, that should be a red flag. You're not storing toxins. Your liver gets them out and processes them. It doesn't get out through your liver. Your liver processes them. So Wendy said that her diet plan was under 1,000 calories per day, which, you know, is still not safe. Say it again. She's eating more than IU, and she's eating more than Eileen, and she's probably eating more than, you know, the people with the paper cup diet. But with the amount of exercise she's doing, it is nowhere near sufficient, even just to meet your body's base needs. And advertising this to your young audience, I mean, I know that there are older people who like K-pop too, and that's really cool, but the majority is tweens. I hate that word, but you know, it's like 11 to 13-year-olds and then, you know, teenagers. And it's really like irresponsible to say, oh, this is how I lost all this weight and I'm basically just starving myself. Don't I look cute? Is it cute that you can see my ribs? I understand that it's part of the industry and it's part of the culture in South Korea. It's a lot of part of the culture here too, being very, very skinny. It's sort of shifting here, and I'm sure it's starting to make shifts there, but it's not cool. It's just not. So with that, we have our second episode of Desperate Diets. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, do all that stuff. And you can follow me on Instagram if you want to. It's not really a great Instagram account, but you know, if you want to see more of me for some reason, follow me. I'm posting new videos multiple times a week. So, you know, if you're into this kind of content, talking about bad diets, I post these every Friday. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time, hopefully I see you next time, and goodbye.